Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Today I'm going to do another little walkthrough of the mini museum. It's been a while since I've done a whole walkthrough, and since I've got a lot of natural light able to come in still, it makes it easier. I don't know. I was going to say something. I'm not sure what I was going to say, but yeah. Anyway, that being said, if you want to like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff, and talk about your collectibles of your own you have in your own on your own shelves, by all means, or links to your own videos. I'd definitely be happy to check them out. But so, anyway, when you walk in, what I've done, the first thing you see are these guys. I don't know why it's so blurry looking, but my Phantom of the Opera figure, Nosferatu. I'd like to get a couple more down there of these classic creatures. And hold on a second. Okay, I'm trying to pause. Okay, and yeah, sorry. And then Sons and Lambs little mini poster that I got off from the NECA figure and a homemade mask. These are all things I've shown before. Um, the librarian ghost from Ghostbusters. We got Buzz and Woody up on the top here. Got those a long time ago at the dollar store. A couple lunch boxes that are actually DVD sets for Leave It to Beaver season 1 and some Three Stooges. And then over here, Quint from Jaws, of course. Over there, the Toonie Terrors version. And then over here, we got a few Star Wars guys. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them. Let me turn the light there. Maybe it's a little bit better. Or not. But yeah, a couple figures up there. I'm going to do this kind of quick just because there's a lot of stuff to cover since I've gotten a few more things. Oh, here comes Lemmy. And then, of course, my Leatherface, little Leatherface shrine with most of my Leatherfaces in it. And this one here, this really, really well made one. And the NECA one in the back, also very well made. And my Madball version, Lego version, Funko version. I saw another version of this, pretty much the same thing, but the head looked a little wonky. I saw it in the guy's video. And, but I was like, what's wrong with it? It just didn't look right. It almost looked like a knockoff or something. And my reaction version that I was actually really happy to find. And some my aliens and predators that are in there. But this is all old ground I'm covering here. And lunchbox, and then I've gotten rid of a lot of books, so I'm just down to a couple shelves of movie books and stuff. I got rid of I don't even want, I can't even remember how many I got rid of. And then some mini posters here. And don't start fighting every video. You guys are quiet, and then I do a video, and then you guys start fighting. Anyway, my homemade Jason mask, I've had that for a long time. It's a little wonky looking, but I don't know. It's got character that way. And of course, it's on the Darth Vader collector's case. And one of my time machines, my DeLoreans, and up top. I'm not going to go through all the characters. I just scroll across, and you can see what's there. It's very high up, and I'm not a very tall person, so. And I'm looking at the floor because there's a lot of junk on the floor. I'm not going to go through everyone because this video will turn into like a 40-minute video. I only want it to be, I don't want it to be really more than 15 minutes if I can avoid it. And then second row, let's see back there. That's fairly new. I think that was in a video still recently. I bought that at Treehouse Collectibles. The Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees figure from Friday the 13th Part 3. These guys I've had for a long time. Got those at the dollar store. These are dollar store guys too. Machete in the background there, and then some figures in the back. So there's a glare on it from the light on the camera. But strangely, I got these. These are McFarlane's, and they sell for about 25 bucks Canadian each. And I bought them at the dollar store for $5 each. It's just weird. Sometimes the dollar store have weird things like that, like interesting finds. Like these are all dollar store items, and normally these are probably like somewhere around 12 bucks each, and they're like $4. And my Ozzy figure, Ozzy, who in real life isn't doing so well right now, unfortunately. And then another Leatherface back there. That's also the Toonie Terrors version, but that's the bloody version. You can see it says it on the bottom. You can see the blood on the apron and on the chainsaw on there. And it's essentially the same figure as this one back here, only this one's the clean version. So, and then got Jack. That's fairly new. Jack Skellington there, and Sally. Sally I bought first. I just found it first. That's the very first Leatherface back there I ever bought. Probably almost the oldest thing in this collection that I've had the longest. And Kong, that's from the MonsterVerse Kong. And the original Kong from 1933. And one of the planes that shot him down. And beside him we got Godzilla. A couple Godzillas here. A cartoony version of the new Godzilla. And that's the new Godzilla there too. And then of course we got Gamera in the back. And then also back there, got some The Exorcist, Chainsaw Massacre 2, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, another Ghostface, the Miko version of Ghostface, and of course Daryl from The Walking Dead, which I'm a big fan of, and one of my Eddie figures from Iron Maiden, and my little Smoking the Bandit Trans Am, and a Scout Trooper up there, and then we got Corpse Bride figures back there, and then my Wizard of Oz stuff. Oh man, my arm's tired now. Hold my camera up. I like that. So, Wizard of Oz stuff, and then just some random stuff. More Walking Dead figures. Michonne doesn't really stand so well, so right now I have her leaning until I make her a base. And Merle there, Zombie Merle. Merle, I think. Can't remember. And Breaking Bad guys. And Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction, of course. Terminator 2 figures. And original series, the original Planet of the Apes down there. And Eric Draven. Sorry, it's going late and dark. And some of these little capsules. See up there. And they were like blind boxes, so you never knew what you were going to get. And then moving on, oh, my arms are tired. My shoulders are tired. Pumpkinhead, that's fairly new. I mean, I've had it, well, I bought it last year. Same with that, the taller Michael Myers figure. And scroll along here. And then over here, this is one of my favorite shelves, just the way it's kind of layered, but I don't know who the cat's growling at now because the other cat's nowhere near him, or near her. But of course, my Kessler Wolf, that's one of my favorite pieces. There's Danny, Ghostbusters, and The Fly, and another Eddie figure from Iron Maiden. Just a couple random things up there. And Michael Myers, Rocky, some Nightmare Before Christmas figures. They actually go with these two up there. They're in the same set. And another time machine I didn't mention when I was scrolling along. And some vacation stuff, Christmas Vacation and National Lampoon's Vacation. A couple, not pint-sized glasses because they're actually not proper pints. I think they're American pints. They're a little bit smaller than standard pints, but it's what we serve here now. That size, which kind of depressing. What? You want to say hi? No? Okay. You know, you can open the door. I really like this hat. And then a couple random things. And then something new I've done is, I know I mentioned this in the video I was going to do, but I put these backgrounds over top of the DVDs just so the stuff in front of it stands out a little bit more. It doesn't just blend in. So I'm just working on how I want to do that. A couple things over here. Those are Imperial figures. They're from the 80s. Duff energy drink. Weird thing about that, it leaked somehow, but I can't find a hole on the can anywhere. But it leaked and it sprayed all over the shelf and all over a bunch of things a couple years ago, but don't know how or where. And but yeah, these are dollar store Grogu's. And up on this shelf, that's actually a lamp, but it doesn't work, and you can see some of the wiring in there where the lights would have gone into. And a Yoda puppet, just a couple micro machines. These are actually erasers. I got those at the dollar store. That's a piggy bank. Well, I guess an R2D2 bank. There's Chewie in there. Luke on a tauntaun there. And a Stormtrooper I got at the dollar store, and a C-3PO from the original 12-inch lineup. That was my girlfriend gave me that, actually. Well, she didn't give it to me. She was having a yard sale and she was selling it, and she I said, no, I'm taking this. And there was a Boba Fett too that she was selling in the yard sale, and I didn't. I should have taken it. It was missing a hand, that's why I didn't want it, but I should have. It's still kind of cool to have. That's from Evil Dead the Musical. If you've never seen Evil Dead the Musical, you're missing out. If you ever get an opportunity to watch it, to go see it, it is so funny. I've seen it a few times now, and I definitely recommend checking it out. It's really good. It's really funny. And more random Star Wars. I know I've mentioned in other videos that I want to get rid of this shelf, and just put a few things, but I never get around to it because every time I look at all the R2D2s and C-3POs in there, I always like it. But we'll see what happens. And some reaction Terminator figures I got recently. It's from the first Terminator, obviously, my favorite one of the bunch. And then this is brand new. I just got this. I just did an unboxing video for it. If you want to check it out, Eric from The Crow. Just kind of cool. I wish it would stop going light and dark. I wish it would just consistently stay light. It's stupid. I don't know the setting on this. Like, why I tried messing around with the settings and I never get it right. That's for another, also a musical comedy, which I haven't seen yet, but I really love the Titanic, James Cameron's Titanic movie. So, but I think I missed out. But I'm sure it'll come back at some point. And let's try the brown down there. And then over here, a couple more Star Wars things. Darth Vader model I've had for years. I'm terrible doing models. That's why you can see I didn't do any painting on it at all whatsoever. And a couple more micro machines down on the bottom. And Millennium Falcon I bought at the dollar store. I wish I had the packaging to show you because the packaging is hilarious. The kid's holding it. You can see that it's not very big. Like, there's my hand. It's not very big, but according to the packaging, the thing's like 2 feet. Like, the thing's twice the size of the actual toy Millennium Falcon that was put out by Kenner that you can take apart and put the action figures in. But it's like this massive thing. That's fairly new too. The Hannibal Lecter figure, and of course Pinhead, or Lead Cenobite as he's called in the original credits, and Pennywise. That's kind of newish, but been around. I've had it long enough. It's been in other videos. Here's some really cool things down here. I really love Knight Rider, and so that's Kit, and that's Carr. That's the evil Knight Rider. So I did a video about these guys not too long ago, but it's cool. When you open and close the door, the light goes on. And then, of course, Carr has the yellow light. Let's see. And on over here, I'm actually starting to lose the light a little bit. I got some my bunch of TIE fighters in there. The crappy ones are the models. Like I said, I can't do models. That's why they look so like shit. But and then up there, that's a mug Tracy got me a long time ago. And of course, Hunchback of Notre Dame, legendary Lon Chaney, and that's also Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I can't remember the actor who played that version, but that was actually the version I seen first. And another Kong. That's all different colors for some weird reason. I can never figure it out. But that was the first one I bought. I probably wouldn't buy that one now, especially if I already own this one, because this one's really cool. This one I like, but I don't get the color scheming on it. But in another little shelf, we got Tom Hanks there peeking through in the background. That's from the DVD, because I got rid of a lot of DVD cases, and for some reason, out of all the pictures and that I kept, that was the one I kept. I don't know why. But and of course, RoboCop, that talks if you push the button on his chest. But I know that and it's kind of garbly now because it's so old. But I know if I try and reach and do it, I know I'm going to knock something over. So yeah, I'm not going to bother. C-3PO with red eyes long before the new trilogy ever came out. Maybe the creator of this model knew something I didn't, and the R2-D2 model that goes with it. Now, I didn't put these together. I glued C-3PO's arm back on really sloppily, as you can see, but that's because it fell off the shelf once, and same with the R2-D2. And those stripe things on the front used to be color accurate, but they faded over time. Chewbacca, about at the dollar store. Darth Vader, that's actually a Christmas decoration. And stripe, and a couple Batmobiles. And then down here I got a few more Funko heads. Dracula, Frankenstein, and Nosferatu. I just say Nosferatu. Couldn't think. I can't. Count Orlok. That's it. Is. And of course the Tiny Terrors version of Count Orlok. Right in there, and then Dracula. I would not buy this figure if I saw it now, because it's not really accurate to anything in the movie aside from the costume. Like, it's got the Bela Lugosi sort of clothes, and you can see there, but it looks more like Christopher Lee, somewhat. But yeah, I wouldn't get that now. Phantom of the Opera back there, and Creature from the Black Lagoon there. I got some. This shelf is just, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but right now it's just got a lot of my Eddie figures from Iron Maiden in there. That was some wine, Iron Maiden wine. It's actually pretty good. And Trooper beer. It's like a dark beer. It's pretty good. And then yeah, from Live After Death, that version of Eddie. It's like the Ghoul Eddie or something, or no, Risen Eddie. That's what it says. It's at the top there. And then over here, got a few more things. I'll go through real quick since the sun is dipping down. And yeah, I got Chucky in the box there. The box is part of the figure too. That's why I left it like that. And a Devil doll, Jack Torrance. Sorry, Living Dead doll. My bad. I don't really like them, but I'm a big fan of The Shining, so that's why I got that. Amigo version of Frankenstein in the background, and then these guys here, they're Kenner figures that came out in the 90s, I think. And the Mummy. And another Frankenstein, and Invisible Man, Wolfman. And of course that's the Wolfman there, but in Larry Talbot form. I could have put the alternate head, which is the wolf head and wolf hands and stuff, but I actually wanted a human version of him on the shelf, so that's why he's there. And a couple more fiends from the Misfits. And then back here, another DeLorean, Princess Leia, right there. Edward Scissorhands, the fertility idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And that's just a gargoyle from Ghostbusters, and of course the Ghostbusters cars, and some Gremlins, and Gizmo. And E.T. holding the alternate head from American Werewolf in London, the Kessler Wolf. And a reaction figure from They Live that someone gave me. Someone I'm not going to mention. The less said about him, the better, because he's kind of a douche. But anyway. And just some more Universal stuff, except for the Christopher Lee, which is not Universal, obviously. And that's Herman Munster. And that's Vincent Price. And just a couple more guys. And then down here on this bottom shelf, which this is the first backing I put on, just sort of as an experiment. And I thought it looked pretty good. Flintstone car and Fred, and Nightmare on Elm Street car and Fred, different Fred. And Jack Sparrow and a Charlie Brown, and another DeLorean time machine. and the car from Back to the Future. Sorry, the Karate Kid, right there. And I think that's basically it. I mean, a couple of things I didn't mention, but it's all right. Anyway, if you watched this all the way to the end, sat through it all, um, thank you for watching. If you want to like and subscribe and comment, I'm going to turn the light off here. Hold on. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and talk about your collection or anything you might have, or if there's anything in my collection that you want to ask about that might have caught your eye. By all means, yeah, leave a comment, and I will get back to you. I always do. I love the banter. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until the next one. Bye.